Hey everyone, happy Mindful Monday. And today I want to talk deeply on the idea of free will, and that we've been given by God the power, the gift of free will, the gift to make our own decisions. We've been given a brain to think with, okay, and we've been given this gift of free will to make decisions. You may have heard me say this, because I say this quite often. I despise the word can't. And I do everything in my power to not say that word unless I'm talking about it right now, telling you shouldn't say that word. Okay. Because words matter and words have consequences. Whether you're saying it to yourself, the words you say to yourself in your head matter. The words you're saying out loud to other people matter. It influences you and your thinking. And then when you say it out loud to other people, it crystallizes it in your own brain, and then it influences other people, and not in a good way. If you're saying can't, I can't do this, I can't do that. Okay? This infects people like a disease, and this country is filled with this word can't. It's the victim mentality, okay? Because at the end of the day, so what I'm going to say, okay, practical thing here, instead of can't, replace it with choose, okay? I can't do that. Instead, say I'm choosing not to do that because, I'm choosing not to do that. Because it's a choice. It's a choice. And if you remove the choice by saying, I just can't do it, well then, what are we doing here? Then that says that you have zero control over any decisions in your life if you just can't do it. You just can't do it. Bullshit. And I will call you out every time. And call me out, please. Call me out. And I will apologize immediately, because that word should not be in our vocabulary. Okay, we talk about, curse words. I just said bullshit being so bad and so profane, and I shouldn't be saying that, and I'm sorry for that. But look, can't, that should be at the top of the list. The top of the list, okay? And look, and I hear this a lot from fellow Christians, okay? You're talking about control again. You're talking about control again. There's a lot of Christians, man, who they give up everything. It's out of my hands. It's in God's hands. God's in control. And I agree, God is in control. He's got the overarching plan. But God gave you the gift of free will, and He gave you the ability to think. He gave you a brain, man. We're not robots here. Not everything is predetermined here, okay? We are given the gift of a brain and the gift of free will. He wants us to choose. Now, if you are in close alignment with God, He's going to show you the next step to take. And if He hasn't shown you that, then He probably wants you to wait for Him to show you to some extent. But when that happens, while you're waiting, you have the free will to choose to continue to wait, or to take a step and hope it's the right decision. Or when He tells you, hey, do this, do that, you have the choice to do that or not do it or do something else. It's still a choice. It's still a choice. So if you come to me and say, Chris, I can't do that, bullshit. You're choosing not to do it. You're choosing not to do it. And that's fine. If you still choose not to do it, that's okay. But acknowledge that it's a choice. Embrace the power of the decision, the control that you have over that decision. Okay? God might condemn it as the wrong decision because He is ultimately in control, but you have the control, decision by decision. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about control, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you have the power to dictate, your decisions, one after the next. So get rid of it, man. Just get rid of it. Start training. You got to train your own brain. You got to trick your brain. And don't let that word come out in front of me, man. Just don't let it come out, okay? But just don't let it come out. Do it for your own sanity, but also do it for others, because as a people, man, we got to get rid of this word. It is just spreading like a disease. This victim mentality, I can't stand it. I can't put up with it. And man, and don't you dare blame God for your victim mentality situation, man, because you have everything in the world to be grateful for. I don't care where you are. I don't care your situation. Okay? Write down your gratitude every day, man, and then say a prayer. God, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We all have things to be grateful for, man. And it's just, again, it's a rewiring. It's a rethinking. It's a reframing of your brain and your mindset and how you think in your subconscious mind. Okay? Every situation has a positive side. Okay, every situation has a positive, has a opportunity for growth, and train yourself, trick yourself to find the positives, man. Find the gratitude, find the opportunity for growth. Instead of focusing on the negatives, I can't do this. Oh, I tried this 10 times and I'm still failing. Okay, well, do it. Have you tried an 11th time? Have you tried a 12th time? Have you tweaked things up? Or maybe you just decided to quit, and that's fine. That's a decision. But that's a decision. You have that choice to quit. Man, I ain't telling you what to do. You know, this is your life. And I'm not saying it's easy, but these things are choices, guys. These things are choices, man. So if you don't like your situation, what does Grant Cardone say? If you want to change, you've got to change. You've got to change. If you want something to change in your life, then you have to make it happen. Okay? You have to be the one to make it happen. Start by getting rid of can't. Replace can't with choose. I can't do this. No. I am choosing not to do this. I am choosing not to do this. Okay? And if you don't believe me, then think about it. Well, how could I do that? This is in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, very well-known book. You know, it's one of the biggest takeaways from that book. And instead of I can't do this, how can you do this? How could I do this? Oh, I got to go learn this. I got to go meet these people. I got to put in this time. I got to make money to be able to invest in this. Okay, how much money do I need to make? You figure it out. That's what it would take to do it. That's how it would take to do it. And then you can choose. And then you can make an informed decision, and you can choose whether or not you actually want to do it. So that's it for today, guys. I'm going to get off my preaching soapbox now that everybody's joining and watching. But you can go back and watch the replay. The premise of today, you have the power to choose. Okay, we all are given the gift of free will. We all are given the gift of free will. And we all have the power to choose with every decision in our life. That doesn't mean God doesn't have control. Okay, that doesn't mean God doesn't have control. But we have control over the decision of whether to follow His plan or do something different. Okay? And so instead of saying, I can't do this, okay, it's a choice. I'm choosing not to do this. And I'm choosing to do this instead, or do nothing. So that's the message for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your week.